And Charlotte Woodrow's getting some company on the inside of the 12J machine. Going green flag racing in turn number 1. Hudson Jordan quickly moves to the outside, trying to get around Braylon Riggs. Braylon Riggs makes him look big. He's going to try to go low this time, going down the backstretch. Green flag waving, we're going green flag racing. Once again in our heat race action. And Hudson Jordan moves to the outside, looking to see if he can pass on the outside. Now he ducks back in the inside, going down the backstretch. Aiden Alvarez is holding his own as he's going to turn number 3 and 4. Hudson Jordan is sticking his nose in there, trying to make a pass on this last lap as they go into for their white flag lap. Going in turn number 1 and 2 is Hudson Jordan still trying to make that pass on Aiden Alvarez, but Aiden Alvarez has a little separation down the backstretch in turn 3 and 4. Let's see how it plays out as he's separated himself just a little bit more, and Aiden Alvarez is going to secure his victory here in heat race action. But look for those two in the feature race to give you one heck of racing action later on tonight. Second place position, Enser moves up in that first place, nabs the. I apologize. Stretch Ashlyn Slough. We got to fight for that last place position. And whoa, Holly Spakes all loose all over at turn number 4, gathers it back up, and she's still rolling around this racetrack. Meanwhile, up front, it is Ashlyn Slough leading this field as David Spencer's caught up and puts his nose right behind her. Trying to make a move, looking underneath real quick, unable to as he's going to turn 3 and 4. David, side by side, gets the advantage out of turn and going to turn number 1. Skylar Myers leads this field off early in this one as we go into out of turn number 2, down the backstretch. 3 wide momentarily down the backstretch for that third place position. They split a car of Harley Knox, and going in turn 1 and 2, it is going to be Skylar Myers and Chase Raper with Brantley Queenley in that third place position. And fighting for that third place position, and we got a battle going on as we got Queenley trying to hang on for dear life as they go into turn 3 and 4. Now for that first place position, Skylar Myers goes really high and Chase Raper goes underneath to takes the lead. As now Raper has taken the lead and Myers has moved to that second place position. Brantley Queenie is in that third place position. And Chase Raper has just finished a lap time of 13.2. As though we got someone sideways, Queenie has hand. We're going green flag racing in turn number 1. Once again here for heat racing action number 2. Chase Raper out in that race lead. Skylar Myers getting high again out of turn number 4 as Dylan Hamilton makes the pass underneath. Now Dylan Hamilton goes high on turn number 2, but Skylar Myers unable to take the lead or take the second place position back Meanwhile, Chase Raper letting them fight it out as he separated himself just a little bit away from the rest of this pack. But here comes Dylan Hamlin coming out of turn number 2 with a head of steam going into turn 3 and 4, trying to get caught up to Chase Raper. White flag comes out. One more trip around this racetrack for Chase Raper. It's his race to win it as he's just trying to keep it pointing in the right direction going into turn number 3 and 4. And coming out of turn number 4, it's going to be Chase Raper, your race winner. And Dylan Hamlin second. Skylar Myers third. Good racing action of David Beard. And then Thomas McNeil. So Sloan and green flag. That third place position. Bradley Pounds. Munoz is lap traffic position. Like I said before, waves, we're going green flag. Unable to. As Bradley Pounds still holding on that race. Bradley Pounds gets a little loose, but hangs on, points the right direction, and gets the race win. And that's going to be A main. And the green flag waves. We're going green flag racing. As they go on turn number 1 and 2, Aiden Alvarez out in that race lead with Hudson Jordan in that second place position. Like I said before, this is where we're going to leave off. The two strong cars here tonight. It's Hudson Jordan trying to find a way around Aiden Alvarez. Last time they were out here, Hudson Jordan was on the winning side of this battle with the Tommy Wilson Memorial. Last time they were out here, Hudson Jordan was on the winning side of this battle with the Tommy Wilson Memorial. Now Hudson Jordan trying to make a way around Aiden Alvarez to make it 2 in a row. Aiden Alvarez knows a way around this racetrack as well, as they both seen multiple victories around this racetrack. Hudson Jordan looking on the outside, but Aiden Alvarez moves up just a little bit, cuts off the lane. As they go into lap traffic and they pass on the outside of lap traffic, Aiden Alvarez gets the advantage as he separates himself just a little bit from Hudson Jordan. Aiden Alvarez still out in that race lead going to turn 3 and 4. 5 laps down and 5 to go here at Gulf Coast Speedway for our A main event for our Mighty Karts, excuse me. Aiden Alvarez still holding on that race lead as Hudson Jordan trying to get caught up and passed around Aiden Alvarez. But Aiden Alvarez looking strong around this racetrack here tonight. Hudson Jordan, his little shadow around this racetrack, he's sticking onto him like glue. Let's see if he can separate himself and slingshot around him at any point of this race. As we got 4 laps down, now 3 laps down around this racetrack. And Hudson Jordan looks momentarily on the inside. Now he moves on the outside. Now he ducks back behind Aiden Alvarez and follows him around until he gets another shot. As the laps wind down, his opportunities are lessening. Hudson Jordan trying to make a move around Aiden Alvarez, but Aiden Alvarez, like I said, looking strong. White flag comes out. One more trip around this racetrack. And one more time for Hudson Jordan to put the sting on Aiden Alvarez. But Aiden Alvarez looking strong out there as he's going to turn 3 and 4. And it looks like he's going to be victorious, and he is. Aiden Alvarez, your race winner for our Mighty Karts. Mighty Karts. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Aiden Alvin moves momentarily. Run. A tough break for him is one behind him, and from the rest of the as David Speedway once again. Been a while, but here he is in victory lane. Carolyn Sand here at Gulf Coast Speedway. Green flag waving, they're going green flag racing. Dylan Hamilton out in that race lead, but he got company right behind him. That's David Spencer in that 4D machine. As David Spencer goes into the first place spot going into turn 3 and 4. Going out of turn number 4, that 4D machine is looking strong. He's now separated himself from the rest of the field. 21H of Dylan Hamlin trying to hang on to that second place position. He's now getting has someone behind him and made the pass. That is Chase Raper. Chase Raper has now moved up in that second place position. Dylan Hamlin, tough break for him as he was in that first place position. Now he's going to try to get caught back up and get around Chase Raper on the outside. Unable to as he gets washed up a little bit. Now he has the 102 of Audrey Slough moving up on the inside. Or Ashlyn Slough, I apologize. Ashlyn Slough trying to make a move around Dylan Hamilton, unable to that last time. Now trying to make it underneath Dylan Hamilton this time, and then turn 1 and 2. Unable to make the pass as she settles back into that 4th place spot. Meanwhile, up front, it is the 4D machine of David Spencer out in that race lead, and he's separated himself away from that second place position as they got about a 4-car length separation from each other. In that second place position is Chase Raper. Chase Raper in that second place position trying to get caught up, but 4D of David Spencer looking really strong around this racetrack. 4D goes up a little high. Chase Raper catches up just a little bit as he goes into turn 1 and 2. We got cars smoking on the infield as he goes into the infield. Oh, fire go. We're going green flag racing once again. David Spencer out in that race lead as he stays in that race lead going out of turn number 2 down the backstretch into turn 3 and 4. David Spencer holding on to that race lead as Chase Raper in that second place spot. Dylan Hamilton in that 3rd place spot. Dylan Hamilton goes low, but Chase Raper gets the advantage, staying high on the racetrack. And we got 102 off the racetrack, Audrey Slough. She pulls into the infield. Meanwhile, going in turn 1 and 2, it is still David Spencer out in that race lead. Chase Raper trying to get caught up to David Spencer. Halfway through this race, as we got 10 laps down, 10 more to go. David Spencer has Chase Raper on his nose, or on his tail. Chase Raper trying to get past around David Spencer. Has got caught up. Now pass goes underneath, gets a little sideways, a little loose out of turn number 4. Maintains that second place spot, though, as they go into turn number 1 and 2. Down the backstretch here they go. David Spencer still holding on that race lead. Chase Raper trying to make a move, unable to this time around. As he goes high, bumps into the wall, gathers himself up, still maintains that second place position, but loses some ground on David Spencer. Here we go, going out of turn number 4. David Spencer with 7 laps to go. David Spencer are still out in that race lead. Going into turn 3 and 4, coming up on lap traffic. Let's see how it comes into play for these leaders. As Spencer comes up on lap traffic, looks onto the outside. Passes lap traffic, comes out in turn number 2. Passes easily on the outside. Let's see what how it looks for Chase Raper. Raper gets a little loose out of turn number 4 once again. Going to turn 1 and 2 now. David Spencer has passed lap traffic. Now Chase Raper's passed it. And 3 more laps to go around this racetrack. It's David Spencer coming out of turn number 2 in the 3 and 4. White flag comes out for David Spencer. Chase Raper's still trying to hang on as he's getting a little loose coming out of turn number 4 once again. Bounces off the outside wall into turn number 1 and 2. And meanwhile, up front, David Spencer coming up on lap traffic, but he just holds his own because he's got the race win. Chase Raper gets 3rd, and Dylan Hamilton gets 3rd. Chase Raper gets 2nd. Dylan Hamilton gets 3rd.